Oh, hey guys, long time no see. I do apologize, I am a little sick. Oh wow, I sound a lot sicker than I thought I did. Yeah, long time no see. Sorry I haven't made videos in forever. I actually have made a ton of videos, but none of them were good enough to put up. Part of the reason is a lot of the things I've been reading and liking lately, I like, but I just don't think I have enough to say to make a full review on it. So I thought it might be a good idea to make a favorites video instead and just kind of really briefly highlight some of the things I've been liking. I was originally going to do January favorites, but a lot of these came from a ton of different times, so I'll just make a favorites now and then maybe I'll do monthly favorites after that. I'll start off with a graphic novel, and the first one is Flash Blood Will Run. I went to the comic book store and I asked them for a Flash comic because I've been really into the show. I'm like, I love the show, never really been a fan of the Flash, but I thought I would start reading some. So he recommended this to me, which is doubly funny because this is a Wally West book and the show is based on Barry Allen. But whatever, that's okay. I loved this. I thought it was really good. The art is excellent, especially towards the second half of the book. The story's fun and it's really interesting to read. I don't know a lot about Wally West, so this was a good intro to the character without being too overwhelming. I loved all the villains in here. I especially like the story that takes place in the prison. There's a villain called Murmur, which reminds me a lot of Ragdoll. Super terrifying, very scary looking. Part of the story is based in Iron Heights prison, and my first thought was, wow, this is an awesome prison. They actually mentioned that they have kept several prisoners there for several years, which is something to be said, especially compared to like Arkham Asylum, which can't keep a villain for 2 seconds apparently. Which I had more to say about this because I really did like it. It was a really good intro to the character, as I said. Unfortunately, that's the only graphic novel I've been reading lately. There's a ton of things I'm excited for, which I want to show you now. This is a comic that the person at the comic book store originally recommended to me, Flash Rebirth, which is also by Geoff Johns. So I'm gonna be reading this soon, might end up in a favorites later. For Christmas, I also got The History of Wonder Woman, so I'm excited to read that. Seth also gave me Batman with Death of the Family, so I'm very excited to read that. This is a story I've been meaning to read forever. I also have the Infinity Gauntlet that Aaron gave me for Christmas. That's the end for graphic novels, unfortunately. Another thing I wanted to talk about was the Flash TV series, which I mentioned briefly before. This is another thing that I wanted to make like a full video about, and I actually did film it several times, but again, I just don't think they were that good of videos. I was very fearful when they said they were going to make a Flash TV show because I wasn't sure how the effects were going to look on TV. The Flash kind of has a goofy rogues gallery. I just didn't think it was going to work in general, but it's actually been working really well. I've been glued to the screen since the beginning. I absolutely love the show. I love Grant Gustin as a Flash. I love the casting pretty much across the board. All the characters have really good chemistry, especially between the Flash and his dad and Iris, things like that. It's all very genuine and I love that. The only person I don't really care for is the girl who plays Caitlin Snow. I think she's a really bad actress, but it might be bad writing too. She really doesn't have any character traits outside of Wham! My Fiance's Dead. I should mention I'm not up to date on the current episode, so hopefully they are doing more with her. Other than that, everything is great about the show. They've really handled the rogues gallery really well. They still have the code names for all the villains, but they don't have goofy costumes or anything. They just look like people. Love that show. If you haven't seen it, I would definitely recommend it, especially over Arrow. I actually watched the first 6 episodes of Arrow. Not a fan at all. Way too Batman-y, and it's just not as fun. Arrow kills people all the time, and I'm just like, I'm gonna go watch The Flash because The Flash is a legit hero and you're kind of a bad person. So other than that, I'm trying to think of other favorites. If you guys haven't watched Linkara on the Guy with the Glasses website, I love his comic reviews. I've been watching them a lot lately. So if you haven't watched his videos, I would definitely recommend them. They're a little on the long side, but he does really in-depth reviews, and it's usually on shitty comics, so it's pretty funny. Okay guys, so I think that's all I had to say for now. Sorry this is kind of a shorter version of a favorites video, but I promise they will be longer in the future. I also do hope to do more videos in the future. I actually do have a comic bento coming in the mail soon. It's not a series that I want to continue just because I haven't been 100% happy with the service, so which I will talk about in my next video. So hopefully I'll be back regularly again, and hopefully I won't be sick next time. And I love you guys. Thank you for subscribing, and I'll see you soon. Bye.